Yeah, I can pull this one.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Liu, and since Joseph is absent, I will be Owen's evaluator for today. Today, Owen is giving his icebreaker, why you should join Knowledge Bowl. He has created a wonderful slideshow to go along with this speech. Please welcome Owen. Woo!
No, don't go forward yet. Do you know things? I do, and it's all thanks to knowledge. All right, go to the next slide. And it's all thanks to Knowledge Bowl. Some people call it Quiz Bowl or Scholars Bowl, but I'm going to call it Knowledge Bowl because that's what my school calls it, Anson.
Yeah, we also have a knowledge bowl.
Wait, really?
Yeah, we have a knowledge bowl.
Oh, my bad. Okay. What is Knowledge Bowl? Well, Knowledge Bowl is first and foremost a team-based game, and it's all about trivia. So a reader will read out questions and you will answer with a buzzer system when you know the answer. So answers are open-ended. Answers are open-ended. And an example answer might be a Sunday afternoon on the island of La Grande Jatte, which is the name of that painting. Anyway, Knowledge Bowl covers mostly academic subjects ranging from math, science, literature, art, geography, and history but it also covers pop culture, which is known as trash in the Knowledge Bowl community. So yeah. Shut up. So here's an example question, and I apologize for the flippant little graphic at the bottom. So there's a big paragraph, and it's about science, and you may be wondering, how can people memorize all of this stuff? And the answer is that they don't, because Knowledge Bowl teams, there are usually 4 or 5 members, and each person will only really study 1 or 2 subjects. Here's a typical Knowledge Bowl team. So one person might study literature and science, another might study math and science, someone might study geography and trash, and someone might study history and art, which is me. I study history and art. So yeah. And so when I was starting out in Knowledge Bowl, I was very nervous because if you buzz in and answer a question wrong, first of all, you'll lose points. But the more important thing is your team will not be able to buzz anymore. And that's very, very bad because Knowledge Bowl is between 2 teams. And if your team can't buzz, then the other team just gets it for free. So it really punishes you if you are too hasty, which is why I was very nervous to buzz. I was also on the E team. So the way Knowledge Bowl team works is that the best team is the A team, the next best team is the B team, and then like on and on, so on and so forth. And the E team was our worst team because I was really terrible. And I also didn't know much. Well, because I tried to get by in Knowledge Bowl with only my knowledge from school. And that will not get you very far because in Knowledge Bowl, the knowledge is very deep and you really have to study extra to excel. So how did I improve? Well, I use these 4 resources that you can see on the screen there: Quizlet, Wikipedia, YouTube, and Protable, which is something you probably haven't heard of. In Protable, it will read out questions to you, and you can type in your answer. So you don't need any friends to use Protable, which is great for me. You can probably tell. And I attended every single practice. And practice is a more high-stakes environment, and it will let you work with your team better, and you can hear a lot of questions. And lastly, I also attended every single tournament last year. Tournaments are extremely fun, competitive environments where, same thing as practice, you can learn and you can go with your team, and it's really fun. So I went to every tournament. And here are the results. So I became a lot more confident in buzzing, which means I got a lot more points. And I learned a lot. And I also got promoted to the A team by the end of the 2022 to 2023 school year. So I just started out in fall of 2022 to 2023. And by practicing really hard for the entire school year, I was able to improve so much that I got promoted to A team. I also went to the national championship, the NAQT national championship, which is basically the most prestigious championship in knowledgeable/quizzable. So that was pretty fun and a great experience. So why do I like knowledgeable? Knowledgeable is first and foremost extremely fun. I look forward to every practice, and I met a lot of great people doing knowledgeable, and I really love the community. It's also competitive. Going to tournaments is a great experience, and you can work with your team and everything, and yeah. And also, it's very educational. So when you might have remembered that I mentioned studying history for knowledgeable earlier. So because I also take history classes in school, like AP European history, I never have to study because I already know all the stuff. So that's a great bonus for if you want to do knowledgeable. And it is cool. In conclusion, knowledgeable is an extremely fun activity, and the community is really great. You can experience competitive environments and exercise your knowledge with a team. And that's why you should join knowledgeable. Thank you.
Thank you for that excellent speech, Mr. Owen, on knowledgeable and your experiences of it. Next up, we have our second evaluator, Ananya, for Miss Jenny.
Hi, my name is Ananya Madhavraman, and today I'll be evaluating our second speeder, Ginny Feng, who will be presenting her icebreaker on her art journey. She also has a wonderful little presentation, which I'm about to pull up in a moment. Can you see it? All right. Ginny, I guess you can begin.
Okay. So this is mostly about how I got into drawing fan art. This is not about like traditional art, but yeah, go on. Okay. So what was the first fandom that I drew for? Well, as a little kid, I was really into My Little Pony. And in second grade, I have a best friend named Olivia. Olivia showed me how to draw My Little Ponies one day, and I don't have an authentic picture from that time period, but you know, this is probably what it looked like. And next slide. So another fandom that I drew for when I was little was Warrior Cats, because I was a big Warrior Cats fan. See, I read like almost all the books, and I was really obsessed with drawing cats. That's what I drew most of the time before like high school. So, of course, I put myself into Warrior Cats. That's me, I'm Flower Paw. And Flower Paw a year ago looked like this generic orange tabby. And you can see how throughout my art career, her design kind of advanced and I added a lot of unique features to her. So nowadays, she looks like that picture on the top right. Next slide. So how did I get into drawing digital art? Well, about 2 years ago, my friend showed me an awesome digital app called Ibis Paint. Now I have 929 canvases on it, which is quite a lot. So getting into digital art afforded me a couple of advantages that I did not have while drawing traditional. First of all, I had access to like hundreds of different brushes, all with their unique textures, and I could see which brushes work best for the kind of atmosphere that I was trying to display in my art. As you can see, there's a variety of brush textures used throughout these drawings, which are some of the early ones I did on Ibis Paint. Some of the brushes were even pressure sensitive, which means that the thickness of the line changes depending on how hard you press down on it, just like in traditional art. Second, they had Ibis Paint has layers and it has the undo button, which is very useful if you tend to, sketch a lot or make some mistakes in your art. You can easily undo that. Unlike in traditional art where you're basically drawing something on only one layer. And having lots of layers included add, multiply, and overlay. Add and multiply are great layers for letting you do lighting and shadows, as you can see in the demo and soldier fan art. The add seems to be coming from the top, and there are shadows such as underneath soldiers' helmets. And third of all, it afforded me access to a lot of colors. And one of my favorite things to do about digital art is color theory. So color theory is basically the science of how colors fit together. And for example, putting a color next to a much darker color, such as black, makes the first color look a lot lighter. And one of my favorite things to do is try to make colors look like other colors. Like pink becomes sort of like white in this image with the cowboy astronaut, because it's next to, it's placed on a very dark canvas. Another thing is I try to never use black in my drawings, and I either use dark purple, dark blue, or dark brown, as you can see in the hat. It's purple, but it looks brown in the drawing. Next slide. So a challenge that I stumbled upon in my art was anatomy. You see, I like drawing cartoons, and I tried to stylize before I actually learned how the human body sort of works together in its proportions. So you get drawings like that one where his head is really big for some reason. And well, how did I remedy this? Next slide. I looked at a person. So I used Pinterest for a lot of references, and how I studied anatomy was I started breaking the body down into different parts, such as the head is an oval and the torso is like a rectangle with the shoulders. And the limbs I used lines, and then you can draw over those to, make a person. So for example, I used a reference by @cows disabled support. You can't really see it since the thing is blocking it. But yeah, okay, next slide. So continuing this process, I tried to break down faces, for example. Using layers let me draw shapes over the faces to make them simplified. For hands too, the main part of a hand I'd say is like the square, which is the palm, and each finger you can put a little divot in the palm that shows you where the fingers are. So I learned to draw hands better using that. And then on the very right is my final breakdown of the body into parts that I found simplified it into letting me draw forms more easily, or postures. Okay, next slide. And that is the end. These are some of my most recent drawings.
Thank you for an excellent speech, Ms. Jenny. Next up, I'd like to get into our table topic session. Welcome to the stage, Mr. Chen.
No, he's not here. Would anyone like to be?
You want me to have time?
Okay, all right. Yeah,
Do
sure.
I come up with my own questions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think they should one of them.
okay. Oh, wait, it's over there. Hello, everyone. I'm the table topics master. Yeah. Okay, first question.
Explain your role.
Oh, my role. I'll be giving you a question, and you will be trying to answer them in a timely manner. I forgot what the times were. 1 to 2 minutes. Yeah, let's get on with it. What is your favorite book and why? And that goes to Raghav.
He doesn't have any.
So I've not read books in a long time because I just came out of elementary school and I've not really found any time to, and they're not the most interesting thing. But my favorite book is probably a book called The Butter Battle by Dr. Seuss. the reason I like it so much is because it's like really silly. An entire war happens just because people are thinking about the weight that you should put butter on toast, as in like put it on top of the toast and eat it, or drench your fingers in the butter and eat it at the same time.
Good answer. Um, if you were to be once, oh, I've already asked that before.
You can ask that to a different person.
Oh, well, it's all right. What is your favorite video game and why? And that goes to Anson.
I think I mentioned this in my icebreaker before. So I like to play soccer. So one of my favorite games is an Xbox game called EA Sports. It's FIFA. FIFA is a soccer game, the most advanced soccer game you can get. Now, recently, I think it changed to FC 24. But yeah, back then, so like a year ago, what I would spend most of my time on after school would be playing FIFA on my Xbox, or shall I say a friend's Xbox, because my parents are just like that. They won't get me an Xbox. They should. So my favorite game is FIFA, and I play on Xbox. My favorite team on FIFA would be Prime Bayern Munich. Way better than Manchester United, in my opinion. So yeah, Lewandowski. Ooh.
Yeah, why would crazy money in their problem?
What is your favorite? Wait, no, that's a horrible one. Okay, let's see. If you were to become a chocolate bar, what like type of chocolate bar would you be? And that goes to Charlena. All right.
Wait, what was the question again?
If you were to be a chocolate bar, what type of chocolate bar would you be?
Okay, if I was to be a chocolate bar, I would probably be probably a milk chocolate Hershey bar, which is like the most generic one. But that's because it's probably my favorite chocolate bar, since I don't know, there's something different about Hershey's with other ones, as it tastes better and it's usually sweeter than the other ones. And yeah, if I was to be a Hershey bar, if I was to be a chocolate bar, I would be a Hershey bar.
It would you rather be a chair or a table, and why? And that question goes to Mr. Xavier.
Would I rather be a chair or a table? Well, if I could choose which type of chair or table, I would say a spinning chair. Because I like spinning chairs a lot. In fact, I'm sitting in one right now. You can see me swinging all around in all directions. So if I were to choose whether be a chair or a table, I think chair would be better. Like,
Sorry about that goofy question. Or should I say, what was the word of it? Flippant. Sorry about that flippant question. I'm a comedian. I'm kind of running out of ideas, but would you rather be a decimal number or a whole number? And why? That question goes to
Deanna, congratulations.
yeah.
She might not know it, though. You want to Can you give her one? She don't know what decimal. What you mean by decimal?
So a decimal is like a number, for example, like 5.39.
Yeah, give her a question.
Oh, okay, all right. What's your favorite food and why?
There you
And
go.
I gotta sit down.
Live in suburban now.
My favorite food is orange chicken because it tastes good. I like how it's different from like normal chicken.
Sweet.
It's a little bit sweet. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Let's see. Hmm. No, for a second. If you were to only be able to have like one dance, like that you could do, like only one in your life, like you can't do another one and you can't learn another one, which one would it be and why? And that goes to Mr. Horace Taylor.
Can you repeat the question, please? Can you restate the question?
If you were to only be able to do one dance and like you can't learn another one, which dance would you choose and why?
Dance. Dance. As in D-A-N-C-E, dance.
Yes.
As in, let me think what's a dance. I don't know many dances because when I was your guys' age, we didn't have dances back then. Only thing that we could do back then was run from dogs. So if you consider running from a dog that's about to bite you, and then you're trying to get him or her to leave you alone, one can look from a distance and see you fighting with the dog and call that a dance. And I do remember, now that we're talking about it, there was a song way back in the 70s called The Funny Dance or The Funky Dog. So I think that's the dance that I would learn to do because I'm afraid of dogs. And every time I get around a dog, I'm just nervous. So the dance that I would learn is The Funky Dog. Thank you.
Would you rather have a pair of socks? But listen to the socks, okay? The socks can allow you to slide as fast as you want on any type of surface. So for example, on concrete, you could go like a quintillion miles per hour. And for example, let's say there's a tree or there's a car, you would just bounce off of it and fly like 50 meters back. But it's okay because you can get back there in like 2 seconds. Or would you rather have a hat that can make you change identities, but you can change into anything else but your face again, or your own body? And that question goes to Mia.
If I had to choose in between a pair of socks that makes me practically immortal and gives me superpowers, or a hat that lets me choose whoever I want to be but unable to change back to who I was, then I would probably choose the socks because it seems more beneficial to my daily life because I wouldn't need a car anymore. I could just run to school and maybe run across the world while I'm at it. Fly to school. And if it allows me to bounce off of hard objects, that basically makes me immortal, which is impressive on its own. And then I can win all kinds of races and stuff. Not that I am much of a runner person or a slider person. It just seems like a really fun pair of socks to have when I'm in a time of need. Thank you.
would you rather be short and poor, or would you rather be tall and rich? Or no, wait, no, sorry. But no, I said it wrong. Wait, sorry. That was yeah. Short and would you rather be short and rich or tall but poor? And that question goes to Michael.
Well, that's actually not a very hard decision because I'm currently tall and poor, and I don't like myself right now. So my answer is tall and poor. Now you may ask why. The thing is, I have this. I don't have to be poor forever. Currently, I'm pursuing education that hopefully will in the future make me rich. Therefore, I won't have to be a short king and pretend that I'm actually worth more than I actually am. Yes, I just insulted the answer. Anyway, I really enjoy being tall because it makes me look like Slender Man. And I tower over the other people with my stature. Something out. In addition, it's very helpful for my current sport of choice, which is fencing. Now, I have chosen to play epee, in which you can hit on any part of the body. Therefore, if you have longer arms, you could hit someone's body sooner. Theoretically, you could hit someone's arm because it's sort of the same length, so no one has an advantage then. But let's be honest, I'm not that skilled, so I'd rather hit the body, which is a bigger target. If you were short in fencing, you would have to switch to foil because in epee you just get bullied by all the 6'5" left-handed French grippers out there. Anyway, those are the reasons why I would choose to be tall and poor rather than short and rich. Thank you.
Wowzer, that was a good answer. Let's see. Okay, would you rather take the red pill or the blue pill? The red pill gives you $50 million, but like for example, you buy some chicken nuggets and it costs $5, but the money would double and it takes $10 off instead of $5 off of your money. Or would you rather take a blue pill that gives you 50 million chicken nuggets, and the more you eat, it doubles? And that question goes to Owen.
What is the question?
Did you not get it? Oh wait, let me just switch the question. That's kind of bad.
No, so the money is like it's half as efficient when you spend it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Or have unlimited food the rest of your life.
basically.
Okay.
Basically.
Huh?
They go stale or like is it like
Well, you see, so basically, after you eat one and you want more, you just say, "Chicken nuggets gone. Can I get some more chicken nuggets?" And then a chicken nugget will just drop in your mouth because you just have to go, and then it drops in your mouth. And then you munch on it again, and then you can say, "Chicken nugget gods. Can I get another one?" That question goes to Owen.
If I had to choose between having infinite chicken nuggets or having $25 million because it's half as efficient, I would choose $25 million because you can probably buy better food than chicken nuggets with $25 million. And you could probably, just think about it. It's not actually that bad because if you buy a house, then you paid twice as much, but inflation and it will be more later. So it's not like you really, and also your house appreciates. So that's why, and also, so you could also buy way more stuff than food. Like you could buy a yacht, for example. And with chicken nuggets, you can't do anything except eat them.
You could sell it.
Yeah, but it would be you would have to start a whole business to sell it. You can't just sell it. That's why I would rather have $50 million.
What do you just find a whole business?
That's why I would rather have $50 million that's half as efficient and not have infinite chicken nuggets.
Because I would have chosen the chicken nugget. I would just sell them. Or I would just eat them in front of the chickens. But next question. Let's see. It's an open-ended question. Is a boneless chicken wing a chicken nugget? That question goes to me. Because I think I thought on everyone else. Me personally, in my own opinion, I think that a boneless chicken wing is not a chicken tender. I mean, a chicken nugget. Because chicken wings, they're the wings of the chicken, right? And chicken nuggets, I'm pretty sure those come from chicken breasts, I think. And so wings and a breast are not the same. Wait, that was kind of weird. So therefore, a boneless chicken wing is not a chicken nugget.
Also, just like McDonald's chicken nuggets, where they use shredded chicken mixed with flour, then it's not even.
Okay, besides that.
That's-
All right, next question.
I think we have one. Yeah, I think we're good. We're good.
We're good. One more question?
No question.
Oh, no more?
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master. I would now like to bring up Mr. Horace Taylor for his timer's report for our first half of the meeting.
Okay, so for the first half of the meeting, the first speech by Mr. Owen spoke for 5 minutes, 20 seconds. And the second speaker, Miss Jenny, spoke for 5 minutes, 56 seconds. Would you like me to go into the table topics responses? Yes. Okay, table topics responses. The first speaker spoke for 50 seconds. That was Rava. He spoke on Butterfinger, I believe it was. And then Anson followed up with a video game for 1 minute, 5 seconds. And then there was a chocolate bar. I didn't get your name, ma'am, but you spoke for 26 seconds. Then Xavier spoke for 27 seconds. And Deanna came back with the orange chicken response for 40 seconds. I tried to answer something about a dancing dog for 1 minute and 25 seconds. Mia came back with with a response for 1 minute and 5 seconds. Then Mr. Michael spoke for 1 minute, 19 seconds. Mr. Owen, 1 minute, 16 seconds. And our table topics master himself spoke for 45 seconds. Back to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the timer's report, Mr. Timer. Next up, I'd like to bring up our general evaluator, Mr. Michael Lill, for our second half of the session.
Hello, everyone. I am your general evaluator for today. To begin our evaluation session, I would like to call upon the first evaluator for Owen. Myself. Owen, as your first icebreaker, I must say that was an exceptional speech. Your slideshow was very flippant and entertaining, containing various uses of the same emoji, but certainly presented very well to make us all laugh. You also presented a very valid argument as to why everyone should join Knowledge Bowl. Not Quiz Bowl, Anson.
It is Quiz Bowl. That's
what Color Bowl Club. So you started with a personal example of how you started not very skilled, but then you chose to practice it through hard work, became an A-team member, and eventually even went to the national championships. This shows a path that hard work can make success, which I think all of us can take to heart and hopefully apply to our own lives. Your speech was overall very fluent because I could tell you were speaking about a topic that you certainly loved and enjoyed very much. Your tone was very good. You had a few filler words, but they were not at all affecting my understanding of your speech. Overall, you did a great job, and thank you for your icebreaker. I would now like to call on Anunya to evaluate Jenny.
Okay, so I'm gonna like organize this into what I found that was good and what I found that was like sort of bad or like okay. And what was good was that first of all, the speech flowed very well, and you almost had no filler words, Jenny. So good job on that. And I also like personally, I thought that the graphics were really great and the presentation was also pretty cool, at least in my opinion. I'm pretty sure the audience enjoyed it too. You gave a thorough description of your experiences and progression into your art journey. And your icebreaker did meet its intended purpose because we as the audience got to know a lot about your passion for art and none of your info was rather flippant to the topic. Honestly, it was pretty good, so there wasn't much to evaluate on. I think two things that kind of like stood out to me were one, your pace. You seemed to kind of like speed up and then slow down at a few places. And then you also had a couple of awkward pauses, so you might want to work on that. And then also your tone kind of varied in some places that might not have made sense. But overall, pretty good job. Thank you.
I would next like to call on our grammarian for today to give her report.
That's that.
For our speeches, Owen had 4 2 ands, 4 so's, and 7 uhs. Do a speech too. Jenny had 2 uhs, 3 ands, 5 so's, and then our evaluator 1, Michael, had 1 so and 1 word of the day. Ananya had 1 and the word of the day. For our table topics, Rego had 3 likes and no word of the day. Anson had 1 Shalina had 1 like and 2 ands. Xavier had no filler words and no flippant. I had 1 like. Horace had 1 so. Mia had 1 and no word of the day. Michael had 1 and Owen had 2 likes, 1 and.
Thank you for that wonderful report. I would next like to call on our timer for today, Toastmaster Horace, for our evaluator time report.
Thank you, sir. So, Mr. Michael, you gave an evaluation that went 1 minute, 19 seconds. Anya gave an evaluation that went 49 seconds. And the grammarian, she just closed us out with a wonderful evaluation or counting of all the filler words and everything that took us 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Excellent, great job, everybody. Now back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Today, the meeting started 5 minutes behind schedule, but that was understandable given the fact that our usual leader, Toastmaster Anna, is not here today. So we had some technical difficulties to figure out. However, I do think the meeting was pretty successful. We got through our table topics and speeches with no major issues. I'm glad that everyone put in a good effort today, even though Miss Anna was not here to lead us. Thank you, everyone, for a great meeting. I'll pass it back to our president, Xavier, for concluding.